Sell tickets online, never in the streets. Easiest way to make money. I go to the ticket shop.
All right, so click the link at the top line of the description and go to the tickettrap.com. So Fat Joe responds. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you guys real quick. Fat Joe responds, to the lawsuit today, and I'm going to get right into it in 1 second. If you want to put your song, your video, your ad, your product right where that video just played, email me right now, ogod@hiphopun.com. That's ogod@hiphopun.com. You see it right there on the screen. Do not worry. If you go all the way down to the bottom of the description box, you can copy and paste that. All right, let me shut up. Let's get into the festivities for today. Hopefully everybody can hear me well. So Fat Joe went on to say, I've been tested the last few months. I lost my big brother, my father, my mother, and now I'm fighting against these disgusting lies. But please know, I will not break and I will never back down. I had individuals in my circle take my love and kindness for weakness. But how many times must we forgive them? Now, you guys can look on the screen and follow along if you can see that. I know it's kind of small. I have had people steal from me, grow jealous of me, lie on me. Through it all, me and my family are the ones that stuck dealing with the consequences of their bad decisions. If you get fired for doing something wrong, just take the L and live with it. But instead, they plot on your downfall as they watch you move on with your life. They decide to go after one of the things you value the most, your reputation. They figure they can make up the most insane stories. And if they threaten you with the lawsuit, then you'll pay. And they feel even like they finally won. Problem with your theory, I never let anyone on the street extort me. So how would I ever get a crooked attorney and a coward ex-hype man to extort me? I'm from the boogie down Bronx. Right, Mr. Tyrone Blackbone, attorney at law, right? Since you want the clout, we will finish you in court. We will finish you in court. The time of lawyers using the law, right? Their law license as a badge to extort people and destroy families with no evidence is over. I'm not the one. You mess with the wrong one. This time, Fat Joe, a little more right there. Look, he ain't playing, bro. And he's kind of taking the same posture as Jay-Z, in my opinion. Right? When Jay-Z put out the whole little letter and all of that, and he was letting people know that he wasn't going to be extorting them. It took him a while, to get to it, but nonetheless, he did get to it. And look, I'm gonna say this, right? Peace to everybody in the building as well. And a civil RICO. This is actually a civil RICO, not of a criminal manner. It's a civil RICO, meaning an individual party is suing him. Honestly, I had never heard of it until last week, but I had to do my research. And yeah, Cuban Link. This the real Cuban Link. Come rock with us, man. We got to set up a time. Cuban Link, if this is really you, T is telling the truth. Fat Joe is a fat, greasy liar. Believe me, I've been up there, yo. So I'm trying to prepare y'all to be the right side of this one. Much love to you. Shout out to you, Cuban. Shout out to you. Hopefully, maybe you want to come on and talk about it. Maybe you don't, but I'll get in touch with you to see if you want to go ahead and do that as well. I'm sure, right, that Fat Joe has had some bad dealings. We all got bad dealings with people. We all got people that probably hate us and probably had a bad experience. But what this guy's accusing Fat Joe of is on a whole nother level. Like it's bigger than this. Somebody having a bad experience, somebody being disgruntled over being cut out of a song or a business deal. He pretty much trying to say, yo, this is Diddy 2.0. Right? I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you, Cuban. For them to even file a civil suit, it has to be evidence-based, right? Not necessarily. I can go to court right now and sue somebody tomorrow. Now, the thing is, you got to look at the attorney out of one eye, because if the attorney is willing to put his reputation on the line, see, attorneys are sworn. It's like a doctor. Like, they got to have malpractice insurance, so they shouldn't really want to jump out there, unless they know, that it's a solid case. So maybe there's something there, but only time's going to tell. Then you might have a lawyer who just want to get his name out there. It could be that too. But again, it's not criminal. If this was criminal, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy, but it's not criminal, and I don't see it right now, at least going criminal, unless there's some real validity to some of these claims. Serious validity to some of these claims. It won't go no further than what it is. But I see it from both sides. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I see it from the side of a Fat Joe, of being the guy, that is, the breadwinner, helping people. You're always sort of a target. Not sort of, you're always a target. You always got a target on your back. That's just what it is. But the other side of this is, what did you really do, dog? Like, because we see, like, some things people didn't, some things people just creeps. Sometimes people just do all types of crazy shit. They get the money, they get the fame, and they feel invincible. We seen that. And we also seen times where it was straight up extortion. Right? Sean S. As long as he pays a retainer, he's somewhat secure as far as media representation. He's not safe from civil action. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think Joe should have said anything. I think Fat Joe should have just, remained quiet, because this ain't gonna change nothing. This is throwing more fuel into the fire. I feel like, see, Jay-Z's situation was a little bit different, right? I want to deal with this. If the case gets tossed, can Joe sue for slander and libel? I think he's already going for defamation. I think Fat Joe's already going for the defamation side of this suit. So this is something that's going to play out over the long haul. It's going to play out. It's nothing that's going to, unless they, decide to dismiss it. They decide to step back. They decide to fall back. Then we can see a quick dismissal. But as long as this is in the courts, it's going to be a battle all the way to the finish line. But like I said, I think Fat Joe, like I was saying, Jay-Z was a little bit different. But Fat Joe, I think, sometimes it's just, I get it. Like, you want to defend yourself. Sometimes it's better to shut the hell up, yo. Just shut up and let your lawyers do the dirty work. Or if you got a publicist or somebody that represents you, let them do the talking. People that just come in, Fat Joe responded to the lawsuit against him. And you can go back and rewind the video, if you want to check out the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, the people see with Cuban, right? I want to talk to Cuban before I really, because Cuban was around for a period of time. So a lot of people was around, bro. And we interviewed a lot of people, but never have we heard things to this extent. We heard about him allegedly stealing from Big Pun. We heard about him possibly snaking people. We know he had an issue with Remy, but we didn't hear about the underage stuff, the sexual escapades. We didn't hear about that. We didn't hear about that. So, people got to be careful. You got to be careful. I don't know the man. I never seen the man, never met the man, but people that have been around him could have a better, feel of what type of dude he really is, man. So yeah, that's just what it is, man. That is really what it is. Let me read this joint. That's par for the courts. He has to control the narrative of what he wants to be perceived as a false allegation. Exactly. That's why you pay. Right. Now, real talk. But a lot of times I think what attorneys go wrong is they don't really focus on the court of public opinion. They focus on the court. And I get it. But I'm one attorney that's going to focus on both. It's going to have a strategy for the court of public opinion and a strategy for the courtroom. Because if you look at Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's attorney, right? They had both. And I broke yesterday. I talked about how Roc Nation distancing themselves from Fat Joe, saying, look, I get it. We was, we done business with Fat Joe. We paid Fat Joe. He was on a roster. But once he left here, once he did his stuff, how could we be held liable for anything that he does? Right? So as a result of that, I think Roc Nation is going to be able to remove themselves. Also, when Jay-Z, remember they put the quote out. Jay-Z put the words out. They immediately started firing shots at the attorney, going after his reputation, going after his credibility. Immediately. Not with slander, right? But with facts. And they tore him down systematically, point by point, to the point where it was over with. Like the dude, I forget the dude's name. He looked like a complete asshole. Like he was straight out for money. Right? This is the strategy that the Fat Joe's gonna have to, do. But he ain't got the money like Jay-Z. You ain't Jay-Z. And your situation could be totally different from Jay-Z. Right? We don't know. Only time is going to tell. You feel what I'm saying? For sure. Peace to the God. Joe has a record of not paying people. I mean, it's hard for me, man, because at the end of the day, bro, like I'm the guy. Like I'm around business owners. I am a business owner. So I know it's a different view from the top than it is at the bottom. And people are going to view you differently when you're at the top as opposed to the bottom. I know that. But I'm not going to be here too long. I want to drop this on y'all, real quick. I got a lot of other stuff to do tonight. I'm kind of getting a late start because I was out somewhere. I just got it like 20 minutes ago. So I wanted to drop this. This story broke like a while ago, but nevertheless, I'm doing it, here. Bugsby, thank you, Natural Immunity. Diddy will be coming out soon. Yeah, man. I seen I'm like 2 hours behind on my work today, man. I'm like 2 hours behind on my work today. Because I would have had that for y'all or whatever. You feel me? I got time to serve the code. You feel me? So hit the thumbs up button if you're in the building, bro. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up button if you're in the building. And like I said, if you want to advertise on the channel right before the video comes on, hit me up right now, OGOD@hiphopun.com. That's OGOD@hiphopun.com. And the link is all the way down. You can copy and paste my email and throw it in your browser and hit me up right now. Got a couple specials going on. It's OGOD@hiphopun.com. If I appreciate you, Black Slav. If you want to, all right, I got people calling me and all this and that. See, as soon as I get on live, everybody want to call, do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it might be an emergency. So let me get out of here. I'm sorry I got to go, but I gave y'all the facts. I gave y'all the story. I definitely will be back dropping more stuff. I would have loved to stay on a little longer tonight, but I love you. Hit the thumbs up on the video. And be sure to leave your comment. For the people that's going to watch this later, leave a comment below, right below. And let me know what you think about what Fat Joe was saying. And where do you see this case going in the next, years and months? It's your brother, Oh God, man. I'm out. Peace.